to vote somehow.
Okay, we are live.
All right. Thank you for getting quiet, children. Welcome, Kahitu, to Tribal Council. Sydney, Kevin, and Jay, since you have not yet been to Tribal Council this season, go ahead and grab a torch, dip it in the flame, and get fire. This is part of the ritual of Tribal Council. In this game, fire represents your life. So do you. There's a few people that couldn't be here tonight, so I'm going to read their questions and answers for you. Please keep in mind that Duncan came up with all of these questions when I'm reading them. Here we go. Huh?
The part that matters.
I'm good. I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm throwing out the disclaimer that Duncan wrote
for the
all
credit.
of this. Okay. All right, JB. Sis, what did you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen tonight? There are 3 old Kahitu and 3 old Taranaki. If tribal lines stick, there's a very real potential we'll see rocks tonight. How strong do you expect these old tribal lines to stick tonight? And Jay says vague hand gestures. So I think she's doing this. Okay. Drew. Drew. Sis, some people were shocked and some people were not shocked by the news of the fake merge. I think it's safe to assume that you were one of the people who were not shocked. If you survive tonight, what do you anticipate will be Amanda's next move? Drew says, hi, Key. Amanda is asking me this question because she wants me to be wrong, so I'm not giving her specifics because I love myself. But I do think we're going to have some sort of buyback before we're all said and done. Amanda ain't done with Benjamin yet. All right. Let's go to Kevin.
Oh my god.
Sis, you scored a whopping 0 in the immunity challenge.
Oh my god.
Did you feel immunity wasn't necessary or just not worth the effort? Also, was this intentional or just a tragic mishap?
What was the first part?
Did you feel that immunity wasn't necessary or just not worth the effort?
The second one, like, I knew I wouldn't be able to, like, go far at all, so just, like, why bother? But to the second part, it was also kind of accidental because I wanted to get, like, at least, like, 20 minutes or whatever, but then I got distracted. But, yeah, I'm just a flop.
All right. Stop messaging me. Sorry, I'm laughing so much. Okay, JD, sis, on the other hand, you murdered this challenge. You went for almost 11 hours and won immunity, so congratulations. What was the reaction when you realized that not only were you safe, but you became one of 2 tribe captains for a double tribal?
Fuck. I like the fact that I won. I'm getting my second individual that I've ever won. With that big of a gap, I was kind of like, could have slept. Would have probably helped a little bit for the next day. As for captive things, it didn't really surprise me because there's a couple of us that are bouncing off the idea that maybe that was a possibility anyway. That you were gonna have a twist for the school year too. So, wasn't too surprising.
All right. Let's go. Let's go to Sydney. Sis, this is your first tribal since Zach's medevac, meaning that you technically haven't survived a tribal council in this series yet. How do you make sure you can overcome that stigma and find your place in the tribe?
I was hoping I would stay by just being really social, but I've been really inactive this week, so I don't know. I don't really have an answer. I'm out of it.
All right, fair enough. Jack. Sis, the last vote you went to, Benjamin asked to be voted out. This time, there's been a swap, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants their seat at the table. How do you make sure that you're not the one left out in the cold?
Well, talking to people, that's generally the easiest way to stay safe after a swap or merge, and I didn't really do that too much, not gonna lie. I've kind of been completely and utterly out of it this entire season, but I'm hoping that, I don't know, people like me enough to not vote me this time, and then I'll start carrying my weight a little bit more.
All right. Sorry. All right, with that, it is time to vote. So when I say go, I'm going to count backwards from 10. When I get to 0, if you haven't sent me a vote, you're going to get a self-vote. Okay? Here we go. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
I'm stressed that I somehow voted wrong.
3, 2, 1.
Like, oops, accidentally sent the wrong thing or something.
Oh, Jay's here.
Hi, guys.
Just
Jay, do you
Just
want to
in time
vote
to be
again, or
voted
do you
out,
want me to
I mean.
keep the vote that you sent early?
One sec.
I'm just gonna keep the vote that
Sorry, what?
sent. I said you're here, so if you want to vote again, you can, or you can just keep the vote that you cast earlier.
Are you still doing the discussion phase of tribal council, or are we in the casting votes phase?
We have already passed the casting votes phase, but I'm willing to let it slide because you just joined us.
Then I'll just keep my vote. I don't know what people
Okay.
have said, so I have no reason not to.
While I go tally the votes, maybe Jay can show you her vague hand gestures.
If you've seen the Abby shrug, you've seen it. Abby's doing it right now. She's rocking it.
It's a good one. Somebody else talk, so it's not on me.
Looks like the whole gang is here.
Everyone but Drew.
Drew Bird.
Wow, I don't even know who's on our side. Help.
That's what JD
What
looks
kind of
like?
iconic?
Holy shit. I've known JD for months and I've never seen her face.
I don't do cam very often. Usually, every time you go live tribal, I'm usually at work. Cat over now. Yeah, thanks too. But you hosted my last season. We did selfies and stuff. Good selfie. That'd be good. Tyler, hurry up. I got your watch.
Okay, I was not on call for like the past 5 minutes. What are we waiting now?
Tallying
You're
votes?
such a
Question
fraud.
mark?
Okay.
We're waiting
Amanda,
for you, Kevin.
Yeah, we're
What?
waiting for you to show up so you can get voted out.
Literally,
All right.
My brother asked me to do something, and right as Amanda said, it's time to vote now. I'm like, oh my god.
Kevin, just stop being a fucking flop.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
Don't ask for the
All right.
impossible.
I've tallied the votes, and I remembered to write them on the parchments this time.
Queen.
Like I didn't remember last time. All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Shook.
Not getting idled out this season. Woohoo!
For
All
now.
right.
Was that
Now.
Kevin?
All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I will read the votes. First vote. Jack.
That's me.
My dog's going to start barking on live Google. I'm so mad.
Hurry.
Second vote. Sydney. Third vote. Sydney. Fourth vote. Sydney. fifth vote. And the next person leaving Survivor Motu Nui is Sydney. Sydney, I'm so sorry, but you have been voted out. If you have any final words to say before you leave, you can go ahead. Say whatever you'd like.
Oh.
Or not.
Ooh, tea.
Yikes.
All right. Well, I didn't prepare a final thing here,
Flop.
but I'm just going
The
to
tribe
say,
has spoken.
Sydney, the tribe has spoken. Thank you for playing. Maybe one day you'll play an Athena season and survive a tribal, hopefully.
Wow.
I mean that most sincerely. All right. Well, with that, we are down 2 more members.
Are we gonna
And
merge?
like
Queen.
Duncan mentioned in his question to Drew, I wonder what's up my sleeve next.
A merge, please.
How many of us are there?
Likely.
DAs.
There are
Okay.
10 of you left. So,
Whoa.
What a great number for a merge.
Okay, Amanda, do you want me to stop the broadcast or not?
I'm just going to say, I guess you'll have to wait and see. Grab your torches and head back to camp.
Okay.